Now on CoastTV News.
Another development showdown in just 1 hour. The next step in the attempt to build a massive mixed-use development in Sussex County. Dick Cheney, known to be one of the most powerful vice presidents in American history, dies at 84.
And it's a sunny, brisk day on the peninsula with temperatures in the 50s and 60s. I'm tracking even milder temperatures for Wednesday as the dry weather continues.
This is CoastTV News Midday.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. Today is Tuesday, November 4th, 2025. I'm Grace Eckerly and welcome to CoastTV News Midday. Our top story today is the construction initiative for housing and businesses in Sussex County. And in just 1 hour, a public hearing will be held for the plans to build a Cool Spring Crossing development that's on 637 acres of land located on Route 9 and Cool Spring Road in the Milton-Harbeson area. And that's coming in front of Sussex County Council today. That area is exactly where we find CoastTV's Elisa Weber. And today, the Sussex County Council is holding a public hearing for several ordinances relating to the development. Good morning, Elisa.
Yes, right now I'm at the location of that proposed Cool Spring Crossing development. This is right off of Route 9 and Lewis-Georgetown Highway, and this would be a massive housing development. The plans say it would have 1,900 housing units, plus a hotel, a YMCA, retail spaces, and more. And now 4 amendments need to be approved for this to become a reality. Those include the comprehensive zoning map, grant a conditional use of land for an education facility, grant a conditional use of land for an assisted living facility and medical offices, and amending the future land use map. That's a map that carries the force of law when it comes to land use decisions. Here's what one person had to say about this mega development.
I'm against a development of that size and magnitude. I believe that already, as you can see, on an easy weekday, Route 9 is a mess or is active. Next thing you know, someone's going to say, why don't we make this another car lane and do away with the trail because of the congestion that's occurring.
And that public hearing takes place in just 1 hour in Georgetown. Back to you, Grace.
That was Elisa Weber in Milton. Now taking a live look into Rehoboth this morning. It's brisk and it is sunny. We're joined now by First Alert Meteorologist Chris Mastrobono to take a look at your forecast. Good morning, Chris.
Good morning, Grace. And a beautiful morning indeed it's been. We started the day in the 40s as we take a live look into Cambridge. Just a few high cirrus clouds there. We're at 59. Dew point is 40, so the atmosphere is very dry. Temperatures are pretty uniform from the coast to the inland areas. We're at 57 Lewis, 57 Ocean Pines, 58 in Georgetown, but the winds have picked up a bit at this hour, gusting to 25 in Georgetown, 20 Millsboro to 24 in Indian River Inlet out of the northwest. So aside from a few high clouds, we're under the influence of high pressure. This high pressure system is actually going to continue to slide to our east, and we're going to continue to stay sunny throughout the day today. Highs in the lower 60s with those winds gusting upwards of 20 to 25 miles an hour. So we'll continue the sunny skies into Wednesday, but we're going to bump those temperatures up to near 70 degrees as those winds pick up out of the southwest, gusting as high as 35 miles an hour. I'll talk about how long this dry weather is going to stick around in my full forecast a little later on. Grace.
Thanks, Chris. A fire police officer was critically injured Monday evening after being hit by a car. That's according to Delaware State Police. They say just after 8:30, police say the Georgetown Fire Company fire police officer was providing traffic control at the area on your screen now. That's the intersection of the Lewis-Georgetown Highway and Shingle Point Road. Delaware State Police say the fire police officer was standing in the eastbound lane near his car. You can see that area from just this morning on your screen. He had emergency blue lights activated. He was wearing a high visibility reflective vest and his hat, and he was using the red strobe wands. The 78-year-old officer was then flown to an area hospital with critical injuries, and Delaware State Police say the 20-year-old driver was uninjured. Former Vice President Dick Cheney has died at the age of 84, and NBC's Blaine Alexander has the report.
Before he held the office, vice presidents were the butt of jokes. Dick Cheney was a force. In 2000, the closest presidential election ever sent him to the White House.
So help me God.
Cheney was there alone on September 11, 2001. He ordered the administration's first response to the deadliest attack on U.S. soil. Cheney knew the Situation Room. He had been Gerald Ford's chief of staff 3 decades earlier, then a Wyoming congressman for 6 terms, the House GOP whip, leaving to be defense secretary for George H.W. Bush.
Should Saddam Hussein be foolish enough to launch an attack against Saudi Arabia?
Cheney confronting Iraq's dictator for the first time. After 9/11, Vice President Cheney led the push for an invasion to depose Saddam Hussein. But no weapons of mass destruction were found. Iraq descended into civil war. U.S. troops became targets.
Bring the troops home.
Many Americans came to see the Iraq war as a mistake, but Dick Cheney never did.
Saddam Hussein wakes up every day in a jail cell. His sons are dead. And Iraqis by the millions have embraced democracy.
An avid hunter, Cheney in 2006 accidentally wounded a friend with birdshot. Cheney had faced decades of heart problems, in a wheelchair for the 2009 inauguration.
I think Barack Obama is a one-term president.
A 5th heart attack in 2010. In 2012, Cheney got a heart transplant, but coronary disease did not weaken his hardline on al-Qaeda and enhanced interrogations that others called torture.
They were legal, essential, justified, successful, and the right thing to do. This nation has defeated tyrants and liberated death camps.
Dick Cheney, a self-confident and controversial leader who shaped America's war on terror. Blaine Alexander, NBC News, Washington.
Coming up on Coast TV News Midday, it's Election Day in many areas of our country, and it's an important one. What history could be made from elections on Delmarva?
Sunny, brisk Milford. Temperatures there are right around 58 degrees. A nice dry but brisk afternoon. We'll see highs right around 62 under mostly sunny skies. Brenda Baker, Frankfort, Delaware. You're the winner of our Coast TV weather umbrella. Coming up, we'll talk about even milder temperatures in our Wednesday. My full 7-day forecast here in minutes.
We're now taking a live look at Washington, D.C. this morning, and elections are taking place all across the country and on our peninsula today. People in Virginia will be heading to the polls, and here's what you need to know before you go. Polls are open from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. today, and this comes after weeks of early voting. On the eastern, it's the race in the 100th district in the General Assembly, and the district covers Accomack County and as far south as parts of Virginia Beach. If you take a look at your screen now, you can see the 2 candidates. Incumbent Republican delegate Rob Bloxham Jr. has held the seat since winning the election in 2013, and he's being challenged by Democrat Liz Richardson, who touts her experience in agriculture. And the Commonwealth will make history with the election of the state's first woman governor. Republican incumbent Glenn Youngkin is at the end of his term, and those looking to replace him, that's Republican Lieutenant Governor Winsome Earl Sears and Democratic U.S. Rep. Abigail Spanberger, both seeking to sway voters. Coming up next, you can see Christian Mastrobono. He is in our Coast TV First Alert Weather Center. He's got your full forecast after this.
Tuesday in early November on Delmarva, and it is a sunny one at that, but a brisk one. We're seeing some gusts upwards of 25 miles an hour as we take a live look into Ocean City. Calm ocean there, but a beautiful day at that. 57 degrees there. We began in the 40s this morning. Right now we're holding upper 50s, 59 Rehoboth, 59 Milton, 58 Bridgeville, and we are at 58 in Georgetown. Winds have picked up at this hour out of the northwest, gusting 26 Indian River Inlet, 25 in Georgetown, gusting to 23 in Salisbury. So now we still have that small craft advisory up for the Delaware coast and bay. That runs through 6 o'clock tonight. The southern portion of that advisory has been allowed to expire. We do have the small craft advisory up for the bay, up for about another 2 hours there until 1 o'clock. Well, aside from a few high clouds across the area, it is pleasant and dry, but a brisk afternoon. We have high pressure building in, quite a potent storm there off of Nova Scotia. That area of low pressure is beginning to bomb out, and we're seeing a bit of a pressure gradient as that high pressure builds in across the area. But bright blue skies in Rehoboth, 59 degrees there. On our way to highs right in the lower 60s this afternoon. We'll fall to 57 by around 5, and we'll see mainly clear skies through the evening and overnight, giving us great viewing for the super beaver moon. This is the second of 3 super moons. Now, this one is going to be the closest and brightest of the 3, and that beaver moon will be seen tonight and Wednesday night. And we're going to have some pretty good viewing conditions for this super moon over the next 2 nights. So we see those clear skies overnight. Some patchy frost is possible as we dip into the upper 30s away from the beaches, but notice the southwest winds kick back in. It's going to be another windy day, but we get those temperatures up in the upper 60s to near 70 behind a cold front, ahead of a cold front that pushes through late Wednesday through Thursday. So we're going to see those winds quickly shift back out of the northwest. So we have the northwest wind today, a cooler wind. As we go into Wednesday, notice that southwest wind kicks in, and we're going to see some gusts 35 to near 40 throughout the day tomorrow. That's ahead of the cold front. The cold front pushes through late Wednesday, a dry front, not expecting any moisture, but that wind shifts out of the northwest, and we'll see some gusts 30 to near 40 into Thursday morning, and we'll stay on the breezy side through the day on Thursday as well. Average high 63. We're right near that today, but above that tomorrow, and then we drop behind the front on Wednesday. We'll see a chance of showers, a brief chance late Friday into early Saturday, and then another system will bring a round of showers Sunday. Both systems look on the weak side, but behind that second system into Sunday, we see a big cool down into next week. Look at that, November 9th through the 10th, well below average temperatures. We're going to see highs in the 50s and 40s. 61 for Friday, we stay dry. 68 Saturday, so it's a mild weekend, not a complete washout. Best chance of showers come Sunday, and then we cool it down to 56 on Monday. Grace.
Thanks, Chris. And coming up tonight on DSN at 8:30, NCAA women's volleyball with Maryland Eastern Shore hosting Howard. Then catch the final score at 10:30 p.m.
Hope you're having a good day so far, but if you join us today at 4 on Coast Life, here's what's coming up. We're going to do a little show and tell with our friends at Water Lily Boutique. If you've been loving what I'm wearing here on the couch, well, you've got Lily to thank, so we'll get to that. Also, we've got our dish of the week. We always hope you're hungry when you're watching our dish of the week. Don't forget, when you go to Benvenuto and tell them that you saw the dish of the week, you get a little discount too. And we'll be giving away a kitchen makeover. Yes, we're going to find out who that lucky winner is. All of that and more is happening today at 4 on Coast Life. See you then.
Tuesday, today, marks day 35 of the federal government shutdown, and that ties the record for the longest ever shutdown in United States history. The Senate is about to fail its 14th vote on the GOP's stopgap plan to reopen the government, and reports show that neither side expects substantial progress on this election day. People in Maryland who depend on SNAP benefits can expect help amid this ongoing government shutdown. According to Governor Wes Moore, $62 million in state funding will be used to ensure full benefits this month. It was just last week when Maryland joined Delaware and Virginia in declaring a state of emergency regarding funding for the program. CoastTV News Midday will be right back. Happening today in Ocean City, the Planning and Zoning Commission is set to take up plans for the proposed Kaima Luxury Resort. According to town documents, the project would include 83 units, a restaurant, event space, and more. The proposed over 45,000 square foot resort would be located on the west side of Philadelphia Avenue, and also on the agenda, continued review of Ocean City's comprehensive plan.
Well, it's a brisk Tuesday on Delmarva as we take a live look into Lewis. See those blue skies. Temperature right now 59 degrees. We'll see highs right in the lower 60s as we go throughout the afternoon. You get your latest forecast as always by dialing our First Alert Weather phone. I'll have your 10-day forecast coming right up.
All right, Chris, we are in our first full week of November, and the weather is sure starting to feel like that.
Yes,
it's a little chilly, which means that the holiday season is quickly approaching. So we thought that we could share with you some opportunities to give back to the community around the holiday season. Sussex County launching its annual Caroling Around the Circle food drive. The county is collecting canned and non-perishable items for local food banks and pantries. Officials say last year the drive collected more than 17,000 food items, and the campaign runs through the end of December with donations to be gathered anytime between now and the 42nd annual Caroling on the Circle event that takes place December 4th in Georgetown. Here you're looking at people filling a DART bus with food donations as part of the Stuff the Bus annual food drive for Delawareans in need. The statewide food drive will run through this Saturday, that's November 8th, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily at various locations. And the goal is to stuff the bus with 15,000 pounds of non-perishable food items. And today, the bus is heading to Newcastle County. Wow. And the full schedule of where that bus will be and when is going to be on our website at coasttv.com.
Well, that's and the weather's going to be perfect for that. And
there you
we're going to see
go.
Plenty of sunshine today and a little bit on the breezy side. We'll see those winds gusting out of the northwest anywhere between about 20 to 30 miles an hour, but we'll have clear skies, good viewing for the supermoon tonight and tomorrow. You'll be able to see that. Temperatures fall 51 by around 7. We'll fall into the upper 30s. Could see some areas of patchy frost by Wednesday. Wednesday we're milder, still quite windy. In fact, it'll be a little windier, gusts 30 to 40. Cold front comes through, drops us to 60 on Thursday, and then we stay pretty dry for the remainder of the week. We'll see a chance of showers late Friday, and the weekend, a mild weekend with a chance of showers on Sunday. And then you see that colder next week. It's going to feel a little like Christmas.
A little like Christmas. Chris, I'm excited for this full moon, and I was going to say, oh, maybe we would get a chance to see it tonight. Although I think you and I are probably going to see it when we're coming into work at 2 a.m. tomorrow.
That'll
be the better chance. That'll be the better chance. Well, thank you so much for joining us here on Coast TV News Midday. If you'd like to learn more local news or weather, you can download our Coast TV News app. And don't forget to join us right back here for Coast TV News at 5. That's just later this afternoon. And until then, have a great day.